Merry Christmas, everyone. It's the most wonderful time of the year, they say. Well, I don't know. But, that's not the point. I hope you're having a great Christmas so far. But, so I decided to save this video for Christmas. And, yeah, it's gonna be a rant. Yeah, I know, a rant on Christmas, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, it's about this article called Santa Claus Should Not Be a White Man Anymore. Just let that sink in. Santa Claus should not be a white man anymore. So let's see why. When I was a kid, I knew two different Santa Clauses. The first had a fat belly, rosy cheeks, a long white beard, and skin as pink as bubble gum. He was omnipresent. I hope I said that right. Visiting my preschool and local mall, visible in all my Christmas, visible in all my favorite Christmas specials. Then there was a Santa in my family's household in the form of ornaments, cards, and family figurines. A near carbon copy of the first one. Big belly, rosy cheeks, a long white beard, check, check, check. But his skin was as dark as mine. Seeing two different Santas was bewildering. Eventually, I asked my father what Santa Claus really looked like. Was he brown like us, or was he really a white guy? He replied that Santa was every color. Whatever house he visited, jolly old Saint Nicholas magically had turned into the likeness of the family that lived there. In hindsight, I see this explanation as the great Hollywood spec script. It really is. Uh, just gonna skip a little. All right. So, because when you're a kid, you're in blah blah blah. 2 decades later, America is less and less white, but the melanin deficient Santa remains the default in commercials, mall casting calls, and movies. Isn't it time to change our image of Santa to better serve all the children and delights each Christmas? So he can't be white because you don't want him to be white. Yes, it is, and I propose that America abandon Santa as fat old white man, and create a new symbol of Christmas cheer. From here on out, Santa Claus should be a penguin. Really, really, do you know how much confusion that's gonna cause? Like 1 year Santa's white, and then the next year he's a penguin. All these kids are gonna be like, "Oh, what happened? Why isn't Santa the same anymore?" And then parents are gonna say, "Oh, because this oversensitive guy wanted things to be his way, to appease to him, just him." Uh, for one, making Santa Claus an animal rather than an old white male could spare millions of non-white kids the insecurity and shame that I remember from childhood. But what kid thinks about that? Not every kid is gonna think like you. I mean, you thought it was horrible that Santa's a white guy, but really, I don't hear of anyone else aside from you having a problem with this. So why does it need to change because you wanted to change? Again, you're claiming that how Santa Claus being a white guy is kind of racist. This article is kind of racist too because you're pretty much like, oh, screw what the white kids want. It's all about what we want, the non-whites. The penguin Santa, much Christmas folklore could remain unchanged. Being a penguin, Santa Claus could still he wouldn't be in the North Pole though. South Pole makes a little more sense. I think. Yeah, we'll need to move him from the North Pole to the South. But on all those Christmas specials, Santa was in the North Pole. Again, that would just bring some confusion, but whatever, you didn't think of that. Of course, we created Santa. We can certainly change him however we like, and we have many times over. Like the holiday itself, Santa's been extracted from his religious roots. Blah blah blah. I don't know. So let's ditch Santa. So let's ditch Santa, the old white man altogether, and embrace a penguin Claus, who will join the Easter Bunny and the pantheon of friendly secular visitors from the animal kingdom who come to us as blah blah blah. It's time we hand over the reins to those deer and let the universally beloved waddling mammal warm the hearts of children everywhere, regardless of the color of their skin. Again, who cares? Really, what kid thinks about this? Aside from you, what kid thinks about this? I mean, really, have you ever heard of a kid walking up to the parents saying, "Oh, why is Santa a white guy?" Because most young kids don't care about that. And you just want things changed because you want it changed. Because you need things to fit your agenda. It's just so stupid how people like you think. You want things to be your way or the highway, pretty much. Again, no kid is insecure except for you because for some reason you wondered why Santa was white when it really doesn't matter. And again, this article pretty much is this. It's all about what the non-whites want because, I'm non-white and I want things changed. So screw what the white people think. Good lord, this is stupid. There's one comment here. This one pretty much hit the nail on the head. This is why normal people find political correctness so tiresome and foolish. The never-ending demand to change everything and to fit their warped agenda. The racist character of this absurd demand deserves more contempt of reasonable people. Exactly. Can I actually see more of this? No? Fine. But, yeah, it's just so stupid. It really is. I mean, again, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can think Santa Claus is a penguin all you want, but you're not going to get what you want. Really, you're not. Because people don't care. People don't care that Santa Claus is white because it shouldn't matter. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye bye. I hope you have a happy and safe Christmas.